This gonna be a nice little live right here. Community gathering, ready for war. Let me go in and pin that real quick. Wait, hold up. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to pin this real quick. All right, pin. All right, yeah, there we go. Grand, what's poppin'? Grand, I'm doing amazing, Yana. I'm doing amazing, man. The GOAT. The greatest is all. I got a song, right? I got a song that say, the black sheep of the family finally turned to a goat. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, though, Wavy Dunn. Let's see, I have an addiction to cornstarch. Please help. You need to do a Parasite Cleanse, man. Do a Parasite Cleanse. Grand, what's poppin'? I love y'all, too. Natural cure for cancer. Fruits. Get off the dairy. Get off the meats. Let's see what else was poppin'. We need that gathering ASAP. Oh, yeah. For sure. We got the community gathering right now. You know, I'm just going through real quick. We're going to vibe out. Let everybody get on in real quick. All right. We good. Grand. Y'all know how we do, man. We finna vibe out real quick. Get the energy right. Get the motions right. Then we're going to jump into it. Let's dive in, y'all. Dive in. Get your snacks. Get your grapes. You know what I'm saying? Get your sandwiches. You know, get all your stuff that you gonna need, cause tonight gonna be a nice little, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long, but y'all know. Go on and get your snacks real quick, man. Let's vibe out real quick, you know what I'm saying? It's gold roses in my bathtub, water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rub. It's gold roses on my floor too. I want God, you might as well paint my floor blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom, bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. Look. I write my goals and follow through, cause that's my focus, I mean my goals halfway, cause that's the local. If that shit disturb my peace, I don't care what that is. Grab a light, burn some sage, I don't know what that is. It's all good, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. Burn some sage, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. It's gold roses in my bathtub, water hot, Epsom salt, and some essential. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk out, you might as well pay my floor. It's gold roses in my bedroom, bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. All my niggas breathe in, all my niggas breathe out. Matter of fact, Parasite Cleanse. Look. Hey, take a break and smell the flowers while you still can. Better tell your folks you love them while you still can. It's gold roses in my blunt when I smoke too. Spiritual practice with these songs make me float too. The next 3 days I ain't eating, see I'm fasting. Feeling closer to my God, I got passion. See, I used to carry hate, but I got passion. So much pain up in my heart, heavy lash. Rosemary on my temples, head with migraines. It's an honor being of service, that's on my name. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. It's gold roses in my bathtub, water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rub. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk God, you might as well pay my floor. It's gold roses in my bedroom, bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. Hey, that's that jam right there, you feel me?
that jam right there. You feel me? Like, that's that gold roses. A god amongst men. You can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges. You can't fuck me now. Y'all know we gotta dive in real quick before we. You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the meat. I wake up and burn my sage in the moment. I sit back and close my eyes and feel the energy flowing. I turn vegan, yeah, I changed my diet. I enjoy my pork and beans, but it was too many dying. I started reading too. I started learning truth. Understand a lot of shit I learned, it wasn't true. I started wanting land, attending the flowers. I started setting some intentions before I hop in the shower. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the meat. I started meditating. I started finding peace. I stopped believing in the sky and started believing me. I don't really smoke weed. See, I smoke herbs now. Chamomile and lavender, so calm your nerves now. I started healing trauma. You know, like shadow work. Ain't really had much growing up, so yeah, I did some dirt. But you see, I still forgive myself. I had to look up in the mirror. I had to heal myself. I had to understand my thoughts were powerful, nigga. I made sure I spoke my goals like every hourly, nigga. See, at this moment now, I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will find me as long as I stay on track. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God.
Go on and get your snacks real quick. Go on and get right.
I'm feeling close to the God.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's called Close to the God. Tone levels.
I'm feeling close to the meat. Creating wealth for these generations.
I'ma speak the truth.
I'ma touch their heart.
You can feel my. Hey, the song is everywhere.
I'ma make sure
the song is everywhere. I'm on Spotify, Tidal, Apple, iTunes, Napstar. Wait, nah, that ain't. I don't know. I'm everywhere. Whatever you use.
What
you focus on, grow big. I focused on getting $1 million, and I damn sure did. I just focus, bro. Just focus, bro. Your life is your state of mind. Keep hoping, bro. And I just focus, bro. Keep focused, bro. Your life is your state of mind. Keep hoping, bro.
I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I am that. I've been that. And day by day, I'm gonna get closer to that. And I'm forever be that. As I think it, as I speak it, as I write it, so it shall be. I am.
As I think it, as I speak it, as I write it, so it shall be. I am. Ashe, yo, what's poppin', y'all? We back in it with another one. And we did 2 in a row. You know what I'm saying? We went brazy on Monday. So for those that was in the live Monday, listen, something spiritual happened. You know what I'm saying? and the whole live just, you know what I mean? But it you know, it was still dope. It was vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. You know what I mean? I'm thankful that I was able to find it so I can post it. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, I pray everyone is doing amazing. I pray everyone is doing, everyone is fulfilled. You know, everyone is at peace. Tonight, of course, we have a community gathering. And as y'all can see, the first thing I'm going to touch on is, are you ready for war? You know, are you ready for war? Now, for those that have not been in the community gatherings, if this is your first time, if any one of y'all have any questions, please put the questions in the request. If you want to join on live of the community gathering, please, you know, send a video request that you want to join, and then we can go brazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, I pray everyone is doing amazing. Those two songs was by Tone Levels. One was Closer to God. The other one was called Gold Roses. All right. So real quick, y'all know how I like to do it. I got my sound bowl. All right. Before we dive in and before we go brazy, we gotta do the sound bowl. Now, for those that don't know, if this is your first time on here, this is our sound bowl. This is the hertz that is tuned to the third eye, also the pineal gland, what everybody call the third eye, but I like to call it the first eye, because without the first eye, there is no other eyes throughout the body. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I call it the first eye is because it is the eye, it is the gland, it is the vibration and the frequency of the gland and the crystals that vibrate within that gland that connects you to the unifield, that connects you to the spiritual realm. You understand what I'm saying? Also, with your eyes closed, when you are more tapped into spirit than flesh, when your two eyes are closed, you see more. You understand what I'm saying? You see more, you tap in more, you tune in more. Your third eye, your pineal gland, is what connects you to your spiritual gifts, such as telepathy and, you know, floating and seeing things before they happen, being a prophetic dreamer, etc., etc. You understand what I'm saying? So, this sound bowl, it is tuned to the third eye, the pineal gland, the first eye, quote unquote. And so we're going to do this for about 30 seconds to a minute. While we doing this for 30 seconds within a minute, I need everyone to follow along. For those that want to follow along, make sure you breathe in your nose and out your nose only. Breathe in your nose, out your nose. For those that don't know, the reason being is because we want to be able to control the flesh and not let the flesh control us. We have to understand that this is nothing but a vehicle. We are spirit and soul beings. We are energy and frequency first before we are this vehicle. So you breathe in through your nose and you try to breathe out through your mouth. It goes a little something like this. You're not controlling your breathing. You understand what I'm saying? The purpose of this 30-second to a minute meditation is to be able to control our breathing, focus on breath, center ourselves, and get ready to receive any and every message that the spirits, that the ancestors, that God, that Jesus, whatever you subscribe to, bring to us on this live. All right, so we finna dive in about 30 seconds to an hour. I'm tripping. 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna, tap in and we're gonna go brazy. All right, so let's tap in. give honor and thanks to the powers that be that have given me the ability to obtain knowledge, to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. Also send that energy to all the beings that is on this live and that will watch this live, to have the ability to obtain knowledge, to obtain this knowledge, and to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to teach not only themselves, but the people, places, and things around them. Also send the energy of, for those that have been connected on this live, to learn all they can. And I do feel like this live is for someone on here. So I give honor and thanks, and I speak life and power into the powers that be. Ashe, Asheo, amen, I mean, everything else that you subscribe to. Oh, what's popping? What's popping? What's popping? Grand. I pray everyone is feeling amazing. I pray everyone is feeling amazing. Everyone is feeling well. As you can see, we are back on with another community gathering. The first subject, something real quick that I want to touch on, is me asking, are you, or at least are we, ready for war? So real quick, for those that have not ever been on this, if this is your first time on this community gathering, please understand, and understand that if you have any questions, please put your questions in the request mark, in the question request. And if you want to join the live, which is, of course, a part of the community gathering, if you want to join the live, do the video request. We can join in, have a conversation. We could talk about any and everything, all right? So, again, community gathering. Are we ready for war? War. It's interesting subject, right? I'm not even going to say we, but there has been a specific group of individuals that has been at war, not only with themselves, but with another group of individuals. And there was something that I was meditating on and I was thinking about, is that if we do not see the war, we are in serious danger. This subject, this topic that I'm speaking on, it was motivated by a conversation earlier today. Powerful. And, it wasn't briefly touched on, but it was touched on, I would say mid-heavy, so the thing is that there has been a plan to set conditions in certain households, right? To take away the divine masculine. Now, don't get me wrong, there is balance, you know what I'm saying? Of course, masculine, feminine, it's balance. It's yin and yang, sun and moon, et cetera, et cetera. But asking, are we ready for war? I'm going into the divine masculine side. And the reason being is because, like I said, there has been a plan to set certain conditions to take away the divine masculine. The protector, the provider, the soldier, the king, the god. There has been a plan out to take away the conditions of you as a divine masculine. There has been a condition set in worries of producing soldiers. Producing soldiers that directs the energy and that carry out the activity on a certain side of the chessboard. See, we understand that, this shit chess, not checkers, right? And the game of war that we've been at for so long is chess. And because a certain group of individuals understand that, and know who we are exactly, there has been a plan set out to take away the conditions of and fear that the divine masculine will produce soldiers. And I'm not just saying like birthing soldiers, because, you know, like I've stated on my last live, and probably a couple lives back, is that the thing about being in a certain community is that it's plenty warriors, it's plenty soldiers. The problem is that these soldiers, these warriors, has been misguided and misdirected and programmed to use that warrior energy, that soldier energy, to be self-destructive. Now, although we are still having the choice and the decision to carry out certain agendas, but yet at the same time, there is always a root issue, a root guided situation there. And what do I mean by that, right? Is that a lot of people don't understand where food stamps came from. A lot of people don't know where WIC came from, or where welfare came from, or where Section 8 came from, right? Now, let me give y'all some history real quick. So, early in the 1970s, right? In high schools, well, in the 1970s on back, right? There were programs in schools. These programs in schools were called trades, right? And these trades were able to sustain a living. These trades know how to basically use your hands. You know what I'm saying? Use your body to create things that are sustainable, that are needed, that are in demand. You understand what I'm saying? And these different trades were like welding. These different trades were like plumbing. These different trades were like, what else? Learning how to basically be self-sufficient, gardening. You know what I'm saying? And so what happened was that because of a certain group of individuals were learning these trades, it was easy for them to get a job. It was easy for them to create a job. It was easy for them to create and sustain themselves without needing something outside of them. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happened was that because these group of individuals were able to sustain themselves, they were able to also make a living for their family. And when you have a family, when you have a powerful family, because of DNA, and what I mean by melanin and neuromelanin, when you have a real family that's unstoppable, that is powerful. When you have a family in one household, that is powerful. When you have a divine masculine and divine feminine in one household, it's homeschooling the offspring to become like them and or better, that is powerful. You're not out here with your hand out needing anything or depending on something outside of you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what happened was that there was, in the 1970s, right? What happened was there was this, y'all know I gotta speak in codes, all right? So please follow me. There was this organization that came together and that said, hey, listen, we need to do something to break up the melanated and the neuromelanated family. So what they did was they started from the roots. Now, for those that's just joining in, I am breaking down where food stamps, welfare, and etc. came from. And all of this is going to tie together to, are we truly ready for war, right? Now, what happened was that they started from the root, right? And said, you know what? they are self-sustaining themselves. So we need to take away certain trades. We need to take away certain life skills to where they have to depend on us. So what happened was that they went into the schools, the elementary schools, the middle schools, the high schools, and they took out and took away these trades, learning how to grow, learning how to cultivate, learning how to weld, learning how to build things, learning how to literally do life skills as far as construction. They took away all of these life skills, right? And what happened was that now they created other programs so you could be like, okay, after high school, now you sign up and you continue going to school and start studying something that you will never find a job for. Right. And so what happens is that when these programs were set in, and now we're going to institutions, right, and taking out these large sums of money and not learning what we're learning, but we're learning things that once we're done, we're never going to be able to get a job for. And so what happens is that now, in these families, basically the masculine energy then go to school, can't find a job, and now what happens is you create the problem and you give them the solution or something to settle for. So now we go to work, but again, this is in the early 1970s. So now we're going to work for $3 an hour, right? And now we got a family, we got a nice family, so we got about 3-4 kids in one household, right? So from then, right, so the divine masculine cannot get a job. He cannot self-sustain himself because of all these programs. I don't know how to grow. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to create a business. I don't know these certain life skills, based off going to these institutions. You understand what I'm saying? So now what happens is that because I'm working $3 an hour and I can barely put food on my table, I can barely put clothes on my kids and my wife back, and I can barely do these life necessities that in a family, the household needs. What happens is that now we're settling. So what happens is that we create the problem, but we give them the solution. So when the divine masculine is at work, what happens is that these these organizations, certain people in this organization come knock on the door, and they sit down with the divine feminine and say, listen, we know you're struggling. Listen, we know that the kids have to share 3 waffles every morning. We know that the kids are having to wear the same dirty shoes. But we know these things. We know what you're going through. So listen, how about this? This is how they got us, because they know how powerful the melanated and a neuromelanated family is. They said, listen, we'll give you free food. We will pay for your food stamps. We will pay for your housing, Section 8. We will pay for all the kids, whatever the babies need, we will pay for it, WIC. They created these programs, right? They sit down with the divine feminine. The only condition is, we'll do all of this. The only condition is that he cannot come back here. He, the divine masculine, has to leave the household. He cannot come back here because they know how powerful the melanated and the neuromelanated family is. So, just understanding both parts. I'm going to break it down to y'all because I know it's a group of individuals that's like, man, we should have stuck together. We should have did this, that, and the third. Then there's another group of individuals. You have to understand both ends, right? Although there is no excuse. So now these organizations, they leave the house, the man come home. And now the divine feminine is sitting down with the man of the house and like, listen, this is what happened. This is what's going on. This is what happened. They came, they sat down, they said they'll give us free housing. They said they'll give us free food. The babies is starving. They'll give us free babies. They will give us everything that we need. The only thing is that you can't be in the household. So the man is in a tight spot now. Because, again, he don't know how to grow his own food. He don't know how to filter his own water. He don't know how to dig a well. He don't know how to build a house. Why? Because they took away these programs in the school. They started from the roots. And then they started from the roots so the tree won't even grow. I said they started from the roots so the tree won't even grow. So you have to understand the tight bind, the back against the wall. His back is against the wall now because he's like, I want to be here for my family. I have to be. But because they created a problem, because I took out all this money, I don't know how to use my hands. I can't get a job for what I went to school for. I'm making $3 an hour. I can barely go buy honey buns. Right? So now I got to think about it. Either, in a sense, sit in my ego and be like, nah, forget them. I'm going to stay here and we're going to figure this out. Or should I let them come in and take control of over the household? We have to understand both parts. My take on it, we should have dove in. We should have been like, get up out of my house and we're going to figure this out. Because guess what? They didn't. When the Orientals come over here, what they do? Oh, they thug it out. They thug it out. And then they go buy 4-5 houses. Then they go buy 4-5 businesses and storefronts and brick and mortars and coming out. Yeah, y'all, man, listen, I ain't got to explain much. Y'all know what's going on. So for my take on it, we should have held down. But we also have to come from an overstanding point of view. And the only reason why I'm saying it is because I'm a man. And if I got 4 kids in here and I'm only bringing $3 an hour, $3 an hour from work home, I don't know how to do nothing with my hands. My kids is starving. We got to understand both parts. So what happened? Listen, babe. How about this? I just come home at night. Or, I just be up the street. I work, still give you the money that I need, but let them organizations take care of you and the household. That is what happened. So now, over time, we have developed this system, this systematic programming thinking way of now, in most households, it's been programmed that we pretty much split up. We pretty much split up. We're not in one household. Why? Well, because, I'm the woman. I can do this, that, and the third. I can get this, that, and the third. All I gotta do is fill out a few applications, and I don't really need you. And then the man's ego get in the way and, I don't need you. They got us. They got us stuck. The question is, are we ready for war? Are we ready for war? This is how they got us. So now, even in our community, now we even understand that, and I'm sure most of us have experienced this. Well, at least I didn't experience it, but I know most people in our community have experienced this. So now, over time and generations later, right? Now we have also got in our own way and got so indoctrinated and so programmed to now, when our kids turn 18, the first thing we telling them is, you need to go and get your own place. For what? They don't do that. they stay together. They stick together, and they don't leave until they know they can self-sustain themselves times 10. In the Asian community, the parents not even letting you leave until you can prove that you can self-sustain yourself. You can self-sustain yourself. See, we have been so indoctrinated, and now we pretty much in our own way of not staying together, not sticking together. But yeah, when you go holler at the essays and the Mexican homies, who they coming from a foreign country, a 2-bedroom apartment, sleeping 10 of them, and guess what? They all getting up in the morning, going to work, bringing money in, stacking the money, and then they go buy a gas station, and then they go buy this, and then they go buy that, and then they invest into lawn services, and then they go invest in this, and then what they do is, with all them businesses that they just open up together, they break off and one run the other, and now they got mansions. Now they got land. I'm telling you how this works. You know, the Jewish community, they got their whole community. They got a hospital. They got schools. They got everything. They got their own banks. They got everything they need. But see, they know how powerful we are. See, once we together, once we sticking together, oh, baby, we unstoppable. You can't stop a black family. Once you start building generational wealth, a neuromelanated, what? Unstoppable. See, there has been a plan to take away the divine masculine energy out of fear of creating soldiers, of creating warriors, to continue to play on our side of the chessboard. Baby, it's chess, not checkers. See, they started from the root. Then what they did was they studied the game. They studied the game, and now because it's chess, not checkers, they move a piece. But yet they already got they 5 next moves. They got they next 5 moves. They know what we gonna do, how we gonna do it, when we gonna do it, and they got every counter reaction. Every counter reaction is chess, not checkers. For those that know how to, I've been playing chess since I was in 2nd grade. Yeah, I was in 2nd grade beating high schoolers, beating college students. So I know how the game go. I know how the game go. See, they wanted to take away the divine masculine out of the family. So now we're not even thinking to go buy land. We're not even thinking to go build our own house. We don't even know how to build. Most of us don't even know how to work a damn hammer, a screwdriver. So now we're not even thinking to be self-sufficient, to be self-sustainable, to know how to filter water. Are we truly ready for war? We don't even know how to build a raised bed garden to plant our own tomatoes so we can make our own tomato sauce. But guess what we do though? We go to the store and we go buy great value some tomato sauce that's not even tomato sauce, that ain't got nothing but red dye, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, water, lactic acid, and some whole other acids and some preservatives in it. We don't even know how to make our own sauce. Are we truly ready? How can we go to war when we don't even control our own food supply? They see the melanated family come together, but yet we still got our hands out. But yet we still going to the grocery store. But yet we still going to Whole Foods that's talking about everything organic, and it ain't even organic with and they talking about it ain't got no pesticides, but yet it's still full of pesticides. And you taste it. You can test it. She got all kind of radiation, but yet it's organic. But yet we say, oh, we finna go to war with them. We finna go protest. All they gotta do is cut off the food supply. We depending on them. We depend on them, but we gonna go to war with them. How in the hell that work? In the streets, if you going to war, buddy, you better have some money. Period. We don't even control them. We don't even control the currency. And the currency ain't even real. It's just an idea that we all agreed on, that we all agreed upon. We don't even have the idea or the perspective, the broader perspective of going to get our own land, building a chicken coop. And for those that's vegan, just hear me out. We building a chicken coop, but yet when the chicken lay eggs, we can use that as a barter system. So the homies down the road, they got 10 pounds of tomatoes, and we want some pizza tomorrow night. So we take 2 dozen of eggs, and we go down there. Hey, bro, you got some tomatoes? Because we need some tomato sauce. Yeah, I bet. We got 2 dozen of eggs. We can trade you. See, that's real money. See, that right there is real money. The money that we call money is just an idea that we agreed upon. It's paper. They literally cut down nature. They destroy nature to create paper. Bum on now. They destroy nature. We don't even know how to plant a tree. If we go get a lemon tree right now, we don't even know how to cut it, how to trim it, so it can grow exactly how we need to grow. We don't even know how to stunt the growth of the lemon tree so it can produce more lemons. Most of us don't even, if shit was to hit the fan right now, most of us don't even know how to get a fishing rod or even make a fish. Most of us don't even have a fishing rod. Then alone, we don't even know how to even put bait on a fish. We don't even know what bait is. We don't even know the patience that it takes to even catch a fish. When we get the fish, we don't even know how to skin it, gut it, kill it, and all the extras. Man, come on, man. Even if we go get our land, most of us don't even go on YouTube to even learn how to can food, how to preserve food, how to boil food so it can last up to a year. Most of us don't even know nothing about when I say a raised bed garden, we don't even know what a raised bed garden is. Are we truly ready to go to war? And if we go on a war with weapons, most of us, we go to the gun store to get weapons. We don't even know how to wield. We don't know how to make iron. I can't think of the term right now. Most of us don't even know how to get a weapon and break it down. Now, I know some of us, we don't agree with weapons, but listen. Even the ancient scriptures say, when I was amongst the Gentiles, I became a Gentile. When I was amongst the Jews, I became a Jew. You cannot have peace with a group of individuals that know nothing but chaos. We cannot expect peace from a group of individuals that know nothing but chaos. I ask, are we truly ready for war? Are we truly coming together and buying land? Are we truly coming together and growing our own foods? Do we truly know how to be self-sufficient? Do we know how to go to a river right now and filter water? Yes or no? Y'all ain't got to answer it. Answer it to yourself. Do we even know how to go to a river right now and filter water? If shit was to hit the fan tomorrow, they cut out all the food supply. Hey, listen, because listen. I ask, are we truly ready for war? Are we truly ready for war? We turned 18 and we ready to get out of our folks' house. Why? Why?
I got a few homies that told me, hey man, I'm ready to move out, you know, with my mom or whatever. I'm like, why? Is your mom kicking you out? Nah, then where are you going? For what? For what? For what? If ain't nobody kicking you out and say you gotta go, why do you feel the need to go? Now, I ain't saying, you know, be a mama's boy or a daddy's girl, whatever the case may be, but we have to understand things from a broader perspective. Look at the bigger picture. What are you paying in your folks' house right now? Okay, a light bill and a gas bill. That's it. That's it. So you telling me all the rest of the money, what you doing with the rest of the money that you get? Oh, you just buying clothes and you buying shoes and you just buying stuff? Really? That's it? When you could be stacking that money, invest that money into a business or stack that money, buy some land, build a house and create that business. Man, listen, are we truly ready for war? Are we truly ready for war? And I'm not even saying that I'm not even saying that it's a must that we come together and we go get 1,000 acres and I'm not even saying that. Although, hey, hello. Hold on now, we ain't finna just fly past through that. I ain't saying we can't do that. But I'm just speaking on even just a smaller scale. You, your brother, your sister, you know what I'm saying, Dukes, Pops, whoever else in your immediate family. Listen, boom, boom. Listen, I got 10 racks. I got 5 racks. Boom, we need to go find an acre. We need to go find 2-3 acres right now. We need to build from the ground up. Are we really ready for war? I say, and I don't say on a large scale. I say on a smaller scale because just imagine if something was to hit the fan tomorrow. If something was to hit the fan tomorrow, do you have any beans? Do you have any perishable items? Do you have any perishable items that will not spoil within the next 2 years? Man, listen. Are we truly ready for war? Are we truly ready for war? I'm gonna end with this, and we're gonna dive into the community gathering. I just felt like I wanted to get that off my chest because, you know, I was having a beautiful conversation, man, and you know, sometimes it frustrates me to really observe how we are in our own way. Ain't nobody in our way but us. Instead of holding out our hand, we can take our hand back and actually utilize it for the betterment of ourselves. You know what I mean? So it just frustrates me sometimes to just see our people just in our own way. We are in our own way. All we gotta do is stand up. It's like I know most of us seen that picture of where, you know, the elites is, you know, the top beings are playing chess on our backs. And all we gotta do is stand up and the game will be over. All we gotta do is stand up and they playing chess on our backs. They playing chess on our backs and all we gotta do is stand up. So, you know, I wanted to just touch on this subject because, you know, it just frustrates me sometimes, man, because, man, we can really be self-sufficient. We can really be self-sufficient and have our own shit. It's not hard. It's easy. All we'd have to do is just believe we can do that and just do it. You know? I'm going to say this, and then we're going to dive into the community gathering, all right? Because I see a lot of questions. I see a few people that want to join in, all right? So the last thing I want to say is this, right? We have to understand. This system will never offer you anything to liberate you, to heal you, to free you, and to put you in a position of power. I said this system will never offer you anything to liberate you, to heal you, to free you, nor to put you in a position of power. Because we understand, and understand the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. I'm going to say this one more time because I need everybody to understand this. This system will never offer you anything to liberate you, to heal you, to free you, nor to put you in the position of power. Are we truly ready for war? Let's see what y'all talking about, man. Let me look at y'all. I'm going to look at the comments real quick, and then I'm going to dive into the questions real quick. Let's see. Scroll up real quick. We need to come together. Ego aside. Facts. We need to heal centuries of trauma. Facts. I agree. Wish we would unite together. Yeah. Centuries of toxic trauma. Yeah. Let me see. You got to sacrifice. Boom. They look at it at Monopoly. Hey, literally, the game of Monopoly is literally life. It's literally the game that we in when it comes to money, when it comes to politics, when it comes to the politics side. You know what I mean? Let me see what else. Let me see. All right, let me dive into these questions real quick. I'm gonna answer 2 questions, then I'm gonna ask somebody. Somebody asked me, what is the best spring water to drink? So my spring water come from Highland Mountains. I get mine from a herbal store. But one of the things that I used to drink a lot was called Starkey. Starkey spring water, really good. The best spring water to drink is, of course, from a natural springs. Wherever you at, if you can look up any natural springs near you, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know. Like in a lot of states, you can literally just look up natural springs. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can fill your water up and drink it. It's the best water, and it's naturally alkaline. Let's see. Let's see. What is your view on the hatred we have with ourselves that we project on one another? I like that question. What is your view on the hatred we have with ourselves that we project on one another? I feel like the hatred, of course, comes from, of course, traumas, generational traumas, past traumas, but basically, like I was articulating also. In the beginning of, the topic of what I was saying was that we have to understand that this was programmed. We were programmed. We was indoctrinated. We was conditioned to hate ourselves. We loved ourselves so much at one point. We was the kings. We was gods. This was our land. This was our land. This was our shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, of course, we loved ourselves. We watched what we put inside of our body. We watched what we spoke. We watched what we watched. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by watch, basically, we were careful. You know what I'm saying? We were very intentional of what we would do. We came up with everything. They switched up how we even plate our food, how we even cooked our food, the colors on our plate when it came to food. All of this was spiritual. That's how much we loved ourselves. So we have to understand that it was conditioned. It was programmed. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then, of course, over time, it was just a buildup. One thing I can say is that, and I'm going to keep it gangster with you. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of y'all may not agree. Some of y'all will agree. I do feel like at this point, now it's a decision. It's a choice to not only hate ourselves, but to hate our reflections. And what I mean reflection, I don't mean just looking into the mirror. I mean, when I look at you, when you look at me. For an example, when I was in the streets or whatever, right? I would see someone that looks exactly like me. We may look at each other. There may be no tension. It may be no tension whatsoever. But the moment I look at him and the moment he look at me and we both not looking away, we instantly get tight. We instantly get agitated. Now we asking each other, what you looking at? Nigga, what you looking at? And now, for an example, let's say if I'm in another part of a city and I see someone that don't look like me and I look at him, he look at me, and we stare, and the first thing we're going to be like, and keep it moving. It has been programmed in us. It has been conditioned in us to dislike ourselves, to hate ourselves, to hate our reflection. But the reason why I say that it's a choice, it's a decision now, is because we are in the Aquarian age. Even before we was in Aquarian age, it was information. But we are in the Aquarian age now where information is everywhere. Information is everywhere. So it's no excuse at this point to hate yourself. It's no excuse at a point to hate your reflection. The reason being is because now you're making the decision, and it's amazing how this is tying together because I had this conversation earlier. Now you are making the decision and the choice to not forgive yourself with whatever you've been through, with whatever to not forgive yourself or the situations that you may have put yourself in, or the situations that you may have experienced. You are making the decision and the choice to not forgive yourself, to not love yourself. So, of course, to answer your question, I pray I answered your question. So basically, to answer your question is, it has been conditioned. It has been programmed in us. But at this point, the times we in, it's no excuse. There's no excuse. The best way to unlearn is to detach. Is to understand that you are everything and everything is you. You are connected to everything, but attached to nothing. That's the problem. That's the issue. We are attached to certain things. We are attached to certain ideas. So the thought of unlearning and relearning is uncomfortable. And most of us, we don't like to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, so we just stay comfortable. Again, most of us do not like the uncomfortable. Most of us do not like getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, so we stay comfortable. So we are just attached to the idea of what's been programmed, of what's been indoctrinated inside of us, and we continue that program. But hey, baby, hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it gangster with y'all. I don't know if y'all been looking at things from a bird eye view. Hey, boy, it's a mass awakening going on right now. So having the idea and the perspective that we are hating ourselves, that we are hating our reflections. I understand, and understood, your perspective and your question. That's why I wanted to answer it. But we have to detach from the used to and observe the now. We have to detach from the used to and observe the now. The reason why I say that is because now there's a mass awakening going on. And from my perspective, my reality, my world, my realm, I'm seeing a lot of people doing the work. I'm seeing a lot of people doing shadow work. I'm seeing a lot of people healing themselves. I'm seeing a lot of people forgiving other people even when they haven't even apologized. You got to be in a powerful place to forgive somebody when they don't even apologize. I pray I answered your question. Let's see, man. Let's add somebody on here, man. What's popping, yo? Let's see. All right, boom. We got, let me scroll up real quick. We got Simba the Don. What it is? Jasmine Brown. I think I went to school with Jasmine. You raise your hand, come on to the front of the class. Jasmine Brown, I believe I went to school with you, didn't I?
Yeah, I did. What's poppin'?
Hello.
How you been?
I've been great. How have you been?
I've been amazing. Beautiful.
I've seen. I'm like, wow, this is a new person from high school.
Hey,
This is a
look,
completely new person.
look. Hey, hold on, pause. All the people that's on this live, hey, look, this validation. I'm a whole different person.
Completely. Like, first, I wanted to get on here and really explain to people who you are and what you used to be up until now.
Wow.
This young man right here, y'all, and he knows I'm not the type to boost people, or I give credit where credit is
Man.
motherfucking due. And let me tell y'all, this man right here was in the streets. This man right here didn't give a fuck.
Man.
He didn't give a fuck. And
Man.
now I'm seeing him really cherish the soul that's inside of him, not just him as a physical being. I mean, cherish his whole being. Fuck human being. He's cherishing his spiritual being.
Yeah.
And it's crazy being on this live. I feel your energy. Boy, you have grown the fuck up. And I am proud. I am very proud.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Like, you really on your shit, man.
Yeah,
educate these people, because I've been saying, I don't know if you remember, but I've been saying it since high school. A lot of people aren't going to understand or overstand or understand, or however you want to put it. A lot of people aren't going to understand until they do shadow work. You got to dig within yourself.
Hello.
Fix yourself. If you don't fix yourself, not only will you stay stagnant, but you will stay programmed.
Facts. Hello.
And as long as you stay programmed, you're right up under their thumb. People aren't even realizing, y'all, don't get me wrong, the mass shootings, those are very hurtful. But y'all not understanding that this man that we call our president is taking our rights as Black women. He's taking our rights. You mean to tell me that a young Black girl by the age of 12 can't walk to school by herself because she might get raped or molested or hurt or taken or organ trafficked, human trafficked, whatever? Anything might happen to this girl, and let's say she gets pregnant. She can't abort that child, all because that child has rights. The mother don't have rights either. That also goes with the food we eat. The food we eat. Y'all, that blocks your third eye. So all that McDonald's you eating and all this grocery store food you buying, sweetheart, you're fucking yourself up. Me personally, I drink okra water every day. I make my own okra water. It has a lot of benefits in it. Not only does it help the female reproductive system, but it also helps you spiritually. It has a lot of different properties in it. Like, I seen one girl comment in here and said something about what is the point of spirituality? That's who you are. Did you not know Black people used to be blue? They vibrated so high that they used to be blue.
Ooh, they used to be blue, red, and green. Blue, red, and green. That's why when I go in the sun, I glow red. Hey, okay, you know some over there.
I know a lot. I just don't say nothing because the last platform that I had, the last Instagram page that I had damn near 13,000 followers. And as soon as I stopped giving the internet what they wanted, which was the twerking and the ass shaking and being ignorant, and I started instilling knowledge in people, they took my page down.
Wow.
And then tried to say it was because of sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
How is it sexual misconduct? And I'm letting people know that them hieroglyphics you see on the wall, that's you.
Hello.
That's you. You're looking at a mirror. Everything that you see in life is a mirror reflection of you.
Nothing but a reflection.
So if you don't like how your life going, take 2 steps back and look at yourself.
Facts. Facts. What you manifesting, what you thinking, what you speaking, what you writing, what you watching, what you listening to, who you talking to, what's your environment. All of that is just a reflection. You manifest your reality, your realm, your world. Whether it's subconscious or conscious, you control it.
Not only do you control that, you control everything around you. A lot of people don't understand that either.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. Like, literally, when you are spiritually in tune and you are around, I'm gonna take it back to high school because that's when I started my spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around and I'm vibrating on this high ass frequency, but I'm looking at people and it's like, oh my Lord, if you would just wake up. You are so lost. If you just wake up and see what's in front of you, I promise you life would be so much easier.
And you know what's interesting that you use that word. You said wake up. And you know, I deal deep with etymology of word.
Mm-hmm.
And wake is something that you go to see a flesh that are starting to decay. And another thing is that when you are awake, when you are woke, you can get rocked right back to sleep.
As quick as it comes.
So so what I like to say, and the only reason why I'm saying is because I'm big on etymology, and I want us to get very familiar with spelling. What I like to say is being self-aware or conscious. See, when you're self-aware and you're conscious, that's when you put them glasses on. And when you put them glasses on, never take them off. Now you can wake up for a minute. You can be motivated and inspired, but without that work, where does the motivation and inspire go to? So
see, the key word you said was work.
Hello.
Motherfuckers scared, and I'm finna get ghetto with it. Motherfuckers scared to go to motherfucking work.
For sure.
Like, I had one friend tell me, how do you deal with shadow work? I said, what you mean? You scared of yourself?
Yeah.
She was like, what? I said, that's all shadow work is.
Facts.
You're working on yourself.
Facts.
And she's like, well, I don't think, ain't no thinking to it, baby.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to heal, and I mean live the life that me and you living,
Facts.
that you gotta do that. You can't do nothing without doing shadow work. That's why I don't understand some of these people out here that's fake spiritual.
Yeah.
You doing it for a check or you doing it for money, but you're not really helping nobody.
Yeah.
That's why I respect what you're doing so much, because you're actually really helping people and you got reviews behind it.
For sure.
So it's like, how can, first of all, for instance, they killed every last holistic doctor ever known to us. Because there's plenty more out there.
For sure.
Now they're just afraid to come and say anything. But you got people like you, me, and other people that's like, fuck that. If I gain enough attention and I gain enough credit and I gain enough knowledge, who gonna stop me?
Facts.
Like, for real, who gonna stop me? You the only thing you can do is break my body down. You can't break my mind and you can't break my spirit.
Facts.
Why you think Dr. Sebi been long gone, but his practices are still being practiced to this day? Like, I was listening to a sermon that Minister Louis Farrakhan was saying, and it was something that stuck out to me. He said that Black people are so conditioned for the system, but when it's time for them to be unconditioned, they want to be, like you said, uncomfortable.
Facts.
You were so comfortable with receiving the information from a motherfucker that you don't know from Tim nor two, but when somebody's giving you something that can actually be applied to your life, it's like, oh no, that's devil worshiping. That's witchcraft. Nah, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you say that, because last night I brought up a point on why Haiti has not been yet colonized. Because they use that energy. They use that energy that we've been programmed to believe that's devilish, that's evil. They use that energy to not get colonized, to win the war.
Hush up. My ancestors fucking with my dog, my bad.
Powerful.
Yeah. Every time I get to talking about this stuff, my grandfather and my great-grandmother show up like, yeah, baby, let them know. Because people are so blind. Like, I bet you people didn't even know that Haiti is what us spiritual people like to call a breeding ground. And a breeding ground, Haiti was the #1 trademark spot during slavery. They would take people from Africa, bring them to Haiti. Take the Haitians, move them over to Jamaica. Take Jamaicans, bring them back to Haiti. Yeah. Take them, and then take them on to Africa. That's why our gene pool is either like 7% Portuguese and 25% Africa. Like, that's why our gene pool is like that. Yeah. Because the slave trade legit was a big ass circle, but it was so many different people that had to go to different places and endure a lot of shit.
Facts.
And I honestly feel like if people would do their research, like my ancestors, I come from a long line of kings and queens.
For sure.
And I mean, in Benin, Africa, all up in West Africa. Yeah. Nothing but kings and queens. So when a person come to me and tell me that I'm not worthy, or I'm not valuable, or I'm too stupid, or I'm too dumb, you got me fucked up. You got me all the way fucked up. Well, let me sit you down and educate you real quick on your history.
Facts.
His story.
Facts.
That's another thing with words. You got to break words down.
Got to. You got to.
You got to break words down. Words is spells.
Facts.
They ain't nothing but spells. I could sit up here and say, I hate my life. I hate my life. I hate my life. I say that shit 5 times a day, 7 days a week. You know what's going to happen? Yeah. I'm going to continue to hate my life.
Wow. I'm finna touch on that. I like that.
She said, you real smart. I am beyond smart. When you go to a high school full of ethnicities, different ethnicities, you learn a lot. You learn a lot. And that's one thing I didn't like about Clarkston. They used to talk a lot about the Africans and stuff. Yeah. But if you really sit down and actually talk to them Africans, they far more advanced than you think.
Yeah.
Because I learned a lot about hieroglyphics, Egyptians. I learned that there was giants. Hell, I've been knew about these little sinkholes. This is new to y'all. Yeah. This ain't new to us. We been knew this shit. We knew it was another world beyond this world and what we see. Where y'all think they get the energy from? Where y'all really think they get the energy from? These mass shootings aren't mistakes. They need to feed this entity. They need to feed whatever demon or whatever it is that they're praying to, because they don't ask for money. It ain't asking for power. It want blood. Peep the dates on these mass shootings and these mass attacks and all these things that are happening. Peep the numbers. That's all I'm going to keep saying. Peep the numbers. Everything is numerology. Peep the numbers. They had 14 people die. Literally. Not even 2 or 3 days after Lil Key died.
Facts. Hey, look, we ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to talk too much of that.
Definitely not. But I'm just saying. You know I was about to go with it.
Yeah. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Can't even go in too deep with it, boy. I'm telling you, people gonna start be looking at their phones like, what?
Yeah, we can't. But look, Queen, listen, I appreciate you for tapping in. I'm finna ask somebody else on here.
All right.
I appreciate you for tapping in, Queen. Hey, DM me so we can, you know what I'm saying, so we can tap in. You know, I ain't seen you in so long, so
I
gotta tap in.
You guys stay blessed, please, and stay prayed up.
Love, Queen. I appreciate you.
All right, love y'all.
All right. So, one thing real quick. I'm finna ask somebody else on here real quick. But one thing I wanted to touch on was when Queen was talking about, I hate my life, right? It's interesting that she brought that up, right? Because it's like a mantra. It's like a tantra. It's like a chant, right? So when Black Lives Matter happened, right? And because I started to slowly dive into etymology. I started to slowly dive into the things that we say we manifest, right? And what happened was when Black Lives Matter started happening, right? And we started going out in the streets, hundreds, thousands of us, and we're yelling, I can't breathe. We are yelling and continually chanting out. Now, don't get me wrong. I overstood, understand, and understand the intentions behind it. All right? I fully understand the intentions. I get it. I get the intentions. But we have to also point out that if we have to understand, we have to understand that life, energy, frequency, it doesn't go off intentions. It go off vibrations. It go off frequency. So when we are in the streets, thousands of us, and we're constantly chanting, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. All that energy is being put, and we power. Listen, we are powerful. And we continually saying this, we putting this energy out into the universe. We putting this energy, we putting this frequency out, and we're not even understanding what exactly we are manifesting in our own community. And then we in the streets and we're chanting, hands up, don't shoot. But yet, we have been proven that even with our hands up, they still gonna shoot. Are we truly ready for war? I said this before. We cannot expect peace from a group of individuals that only know chaos. We cannot expect peace from certain beings that only know chaos. So we sitting out here and we're chanting consistently, I can't breathe, not understanding the intentions. I mean, no, excuse me, the spelling, the spell, the frequency, the vibration. We are literally speaking over our entire community. So I just wanted to touch on that when Queen said, you know, oh, I hate my life, I hate my life. We have to understand what we putting inside of what we putting inside of the universe, what we're creating in our realm, what we're creating of our universe. I said this a couple hours before. We have to understand and be very intentional and very careful with what we say and what we speak, because the universe, God, Jesus, whatever you subscribe to, do not know the difference. They do not know the difference of you either playing or are you serious. Oh, I can't do it, or is he playing, or I don't know if he's playing or if he's serious, but because he said he can't do it, yes, you cannot do it. See, these beings only know one answer. Source only knows one answer, and that's yes. I've explained this before. It's yes. So whatever you say after I am, yes. I am great. Yes, you are. I am bad. Yes, you are. I can't do it. Yes, you can. I can do it. Yes, you can. I don't know. You're right. You don't know. I do know. You're right. Y'all get the point, man. Let me ask somebody on here real quick, man. Then let's see what else we got going on, man. All right, boom, boom, bada, bing. Okay, boom. So we got, it's Elena Collier. I pray I said your name right. Forgive me. Hey, listen, you raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. Come on to the front of the class.
How you guys doing today?
Hey, what's poppin'?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. How you feeling?
I'm okay. You might hear my wonderful son in the background. I apologize, everybody. Just give me 1 second.
Sure, take your time.
I'm really happy that you actually added me on. I've actually been watching multiple different live videos of our brothers and sisters that are following down the path to righteousness, trying to lead us into the way of the light. Give me 1 second, Knowledge. Hold on. 1 second. Calm down. It's okay. He just woke up from a nap, guys. He's kind of upset. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you want to watch Proud Family or Incredibles?
Incredibles, go Bananas. I say the Incredibles, go Bananas.
Yeah. Lord. Okay, honey. 1 sec. And no, he doesn't watch that new Proud Family series. He only watches the old one that I came up of. Had to make that clear.
Yeah, that new Proud Family tripping.
Ooh, we're not even going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the things that we really need to talk about.
Hey, look. Hey, just money. You raise your hand by request the video. Request like after the video. That's
so,
crazy.
guys. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Let me get your bath ready, okay? What is it that you would like? You don't know? You got to talk to me.
What else they talking about? Really?
You got to talk to me. You want to say hello? Come on. Look. You want to talk to the people? Look. You're looking mad and crazy. Would you like to tell them how you like to give mommy a hard time? No?
So your royal power. So you're going to let the dictionary find what you want.
Well, mainly what I wanted to touch base on, what I currently am doing right now, other than obviously trying to give my son a bath.
Yeah.
I have been focused on really sustaining a real list for us to go off of for the businesses that we need to create in order for us to sustain our communities, whether we want to stay in these states or move back to our continent. The main thing I would go towards, obviously, is us moving back to the continent for multiple reasons. But that's our base, you know. And because of the richness within the continent, it would be, I feel, the most wise decision for us to make, because all these things haven't just happened because it's a poor continent, you know.
Let me ask you, are you pertaining to the continent of Africa?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And I would actually like to read that list really quickly. I haven't brainstormed everything completely, but just to give everybody a basis, because the main thing that we're struggling with is, where do we start? How do we get these things into play? How do I save myself?
For the time being, just read a few off.
Yes, not the full list.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna touch on that.
So the first one I would like to actually read is the educational base. So it would be called Mellow Ashe Education. It would be a daycare for the ages of 6 months through 3 years. The youth would be 3 years to 10 years. Term would be 10 to 14. Higher would be 14 through 19. And the masters would be from the ages of 19 to whenever you would like to end, because education never stops regardless of what age that you guys go towards or in on. The next one would be Malay Ashe Bookstore, a train station, the Mantu Art School, which is our actual traditional name that we use for martial arts for the people that do not know, because we need to be able to sustain actual defense tactics so we won't go through this anymore. Yeah. We didn't take war tactics seriously, or at least as serious as needed, because we didn't understand what people we were dealing with, which were true savages. And it also would be Manchu security, actual war safety that would be mandatory, not instantly when it would start, but further on after we get it introduced into the communities, when they see that it's needed, then we can understand, okay, this has to be global and it needs to be mandatory in order for not just the adults that are obviously 30 and above to take these tactics seriously, learning on command, but these children that are coming of age that can protect, they need to understand that.
For sure.
But go ahead. I would love for you to, I would say one more, but I want you to touch base, because I know that you're going to have a lot of people that want to join the live and
Yeah.
speak with you. So go ahead and touch base for me, please.
All right. So,
Okay,
so, so my thing is this, right? I agree. I wanna first say I agree with the war. I mean with the the war tactics. 100%. I also agree with the education, 100%. The only thing that I want to touch on is that the perspective of going back to where we came from, which is the continent of Africa. And the reason why I say that is because from my studies, and I can only speak about what my studies is,
Right.
My studies has the perspective of knowing that they have there was this construct that has programmed us and conditioned us to believe that we came from somewhere.
Right.
And like I said, my studies is and understanding is that we were everywhere.
Definitely.
Most that we're everywhere.
That's no question.
We accompanied everything. Everything is ours. Every culture, whatever they adapted to make their self, it's our shit.
100%.
My thing is, and I'm gonna keep it gangster.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't even believe that they brought millions of us over here.
Yeah, they said that was the biggest lie.
I don't believe that at all, because and the reason why I say that is because in museums they brag about any and everything. They brag about any and everything, but yet you will barely see any ships that they brought.
And that is true. That's definitely true.
So what I do believe is that, especially on this land, that they came over here, we went to war with them, and we lost. That's the simplest put it. We lost. Him who wins the war write the history.
Exactly.
We lost. So like I said, I agree with the war tactics 100%. I agree with the education 100%. But it's our shit. I honestly
trust me.
From my perspective, I honestly don't feel like we need to go anywhere. We just need to stand up and take our shit back.
And that I feel that 100% is not that we have to go.
Yeah.
Let me clarify, everybody, in the comments. It's not that we have to go. What I mean by what I'm saying in regards to going back, that's the source of where the first man, by what I've read, came from.
For sure. Okay,
so that is what I mean by returning back to the motherland. It doesn't mean or imply that we can't stay on any quote unquote continent, city base, country base, because all this shit started from who? It's obvious. That's been proven in TV documentaries, and science or biochemists stating the same things when they find fossils from 2 million and billion years old that are intact. Intact. Let's make that clear. Basically what I would say is that's the one that I would feel would be the easiest to sustain, only because the majority of the other places that are taken up by the oppressor, they've tried to sustain a certain colony that I feel would probably take a little bit more time than we have currently to access. And that would be the predominant reason why I say I feel it would be just a little, because this isn't going to be an easy task at all. It's going to take a lot for us to put everything into play to get where we need to be in order to even land the first blow. Let me say that. We have to understand that no matter where we are, whether we're on the continent or whether we're on this one and we remain, it's going to be very, very strategic how we put all these things into play to be successful. But I want to thank you guys so much for your time, for your comments. I'm gonna get off this phone because he's having a little fit. But really, brother, I really appreciate everything you're doing, your work, all the books that you're reading, all the stories that you give us, these lives that you bring to us is helping the people. And for the people that may look like us, I'm gonna leave this off with one note. The people that may look like us, they're not always our friends or our allies. Understand that. And for the people that don't look like us, that look or resemble the enemy, understand, my black brothers, melanated brothers and sisters, until they laying down their life for you, they are not your friend. They are not your ally. And you can try to argue with me all you want. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful night. I say, love you.
Yeah, love, Queen. Let's see what else. Let's see. Let me answer some questions real quickly. Split you for me. Let's see what else. I'm gonna scroll down because there's a lot of questions. All right, bet. Boom, boom, boom. You talking about? Hey, okay. So the peace, love, and wellness. You keep asking me about cornstarch. Listen, if you are craving and you have an addiction to anything, you need to understand that all you have inside of you is worms and parasites. What you must do is go on a parasite cleanse and get those parasites outside of you, because it is not you who is craving the cornstarch. It is the parasites and the worms that basically is craving. It's just like sugar. You know what I'm saying? If you're craving sugar, if you crave something sweet, that means you have parasites. All you have to do is eliminate the parasites. One of the most natural ways to eliminate parasite is to, you could be on like a juice fast for about 3 to 4 days. And within those 3 or 4 days, you can get you some nice organic natural papayas, right? Cut the papaya open, get the seeds out of a papaya, and actually eat the seeds. Eat like a teaspoon, about 2-3 tablespoons a day. Actually, don't just swallow the papaya seed. You have to chew them, break them down. And what happens is it's a natural parasite cleanse. Also, for those that need to get rid of parasites, you can also go to my website, www.thebloodthatheals.com. I got a parasite elimination tincture. You know what I'm saying? You can take the tincture or you can look at my ingredients, because I'm all about teaching y'all how to heal yourselves as well. So you can go on my website, look at the ingredients, get the herbs yourself. All right, that's the best way to curb any addiction. It can be any addiction. All right. So let's see. How do I rebuild my connection to the American language? I feel disconnected to the energy within the words. So I'm not really fully understanding that question that you're asking, but I'm gonna answer it based off how I'm digesting it. The question was, how do I rebuild my connection to American language? I feel disconnected to the energy within the words. So I'm gonna touch on the energy of the words. How I'm taking it is that basically understanding and understanding how to use the words to not basically cast negative or to cast certain spells over your life. The best thing that I can do, the best thing that I can tell you to do, which is what I did, was I got these 2 books. It's 3 books, but I got these 2 books right now. So I got the Webster's Dictionary. Okay, I'm talking about the old one, not the new one, the updated to where they be changing shit. Now, this is I don't even know what year this is. I think this is like early 2000s. It got writings all in it and everything. So I get the Webster's Dictionary, the old dictionary, and I also get Dictionary of Etymology. These two books are going to be a best friend to understanding and understanding the energy of words, because now you will understand you will understand. They say if you want to hide something from somebody, you put it in the book. Well, that's what they say about our community. So we gotta start reading books, y'all. All right, because I do not remember that. But these will be your 2 best friends to really understanding and understanding the energy of certain words. The 3rd book It's called the Black's Law Dictionary. So you have the Webster Dictionary, you have the Dictionary of Etymology, and you have Black's Law Dictionary, 8th edition. All right. Those 3 books will literally help you fully understand the energy of how certain words are put together, and how the English, the American language, pretty much use these words against ourselves. Now, another thing what I want to touch on is, you said connection to the American language. You have to understand, what is American language. You know what I'm saying? American language, technically, was just like money. It was created, we all agreed upon it, and we all started talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And we all started speaking it. What we also have to understand is do we truly want to fully understand? Well, of course we want to understand, the energy of words, but do we really want to understand the American language that we've been programmed to believe in? Or do we want to understand the universal language? Because the universal language of speaking is nothing but energy, frequency, and vibration, which is what they call telepathy. Energy, frequency, vibration, which is what they call telepathy. So, of course, basically, to answer your question, our prayer answers your question, right? Is those 3 books. Get those books so you can start using words, using the American language to benefit yourself, to cast spells over your life with what you want to happen. Use those books to understand and understand that. Also, start tapping into understanding, and understanding how to communicate through telepathy, how to communicate basically through energy, frequency, and vibration. The best thing to do, the best thing to tap into that is, of course, meditation, tapping into nature, being in nature more. You know what I'm saying? The sun, being in the sun, eating correctly, putting the correct thing, and being mindful of your environment, the people, places, and things around you. So, yeah, I pray I answered your question. I'm gonna answer one more question, then we're gonna ask somebody to get back up in here. Let me see. Somebody, okay, Travel Time Channel asked me, do you believe that coming from the streets into alignment is more powerful than anything? Do I believe coming from the streets into alignment is more powerful than anything? No. The reason why I say that is because everybody is on their own path. Everybody is experiencing a reality that they're supposed to be experiencing to make them more powerful, to not even make them more powerful, but to help them remember how powerful they are. So because my path was maybe a little different than others, no, I do not believe nor think that makes me more powerful. Aligning with my alignment. What I can say is that I've been feeling ever since I was a kid that there is something different about me. You know what I'm saying? I explain this a lot on my live, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to go into depth with it. But, ever since I was a child, ever since I was a kid, I knew that there was something about me. I knew that I was different. You know what I mean? I knew that I stood out. I knew I carried this energy that a lot of other people around me didn't carry. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I pray I answered your question. So, again, I do not believe because my path was maybe a little different, it makes me more powerful. I don't believe that. Now, I do believe, of course, based off of our position, not just in this 3D realm, but in the 5D realm and the spiritual realm, do I believe that certain people are in higher positions? Of course, 100%. I do believe that, but because my route was different, does that make me more powerful? Nah, I don't think so. I don't believe so. So, yeah, I pray I answered your question. Let's see, man. Let's ask somebody else. Let's see who else raising their hand up in this mouth. You feel me? See who else raising their hand up in this guy. All right, we got, let me scroll down. Let's see. So we got Just May 11_11. Let's see, man. You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. Come on to the front of the class, man. Come on to the front. All right. I guess you didn't mean to raise your hand, or I may have answered your question. All right. So boom, let me scroll down. Let's see what we got. Boom, 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 boom. We got. Oh, did you join? No, you didn't join. All right. We got Oh wait. I don't know. That's my phone tripping. All right. So we got Body Love Towel. Body Love. Let's do it. What's up? You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. Come on to the front of the class. Daddy.
Hey,
Hey,
hi guys.
hey.
Look, I had my bonnet on. I was like, oh shoot, he definitely called on me,
How
but
you feeling?
I'm good. How is everybody doing today?
I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling beautiful. I don't know why, but I think I was on your page earlier.
Mine?
Yeah, I think I was.
Oh shoot. Well,
You
yeah.
do the do your folks have like the little duck off spots with the Airbnbs and the garden and stuff?
Yeah, I'm actually back in actually I've been up since 2 a.m., but I'm actually back in Oklahoma. The Bully Rodeo, which is a historical black rodeo, is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my mom was in the newspaper today for it. So she's so dope, man. Like, that's why I'm like tapping in with you, because I actually follow you on my personal page, and I was scrolling and then your live came up. I'm like, oh, I need to hop on his live. Like, he's so dope. And I just really appreciate, you know, I just really appreciate seeing a man into this field, of work and stuff. But I was listening to you. I didn't know you were on the Parasite wave. That's crazy, because I've been talking about parasites, I don't know, since I can remember.
I remember watching your video today when you was talking about you and your baby. Y'all had did the Parasite, and you was like, you the queen of going through the poop and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. My son's birthday's tomorrow, but I don't know what the whole, but I've been listening. But you guys, as far as parasite cleansing goes, I just want you to know, and let me know, we're doing a collective parasite cleanse June 11th, so I can add I didn't know you had a parasite cleanse, so I can add your cleanse onto our PDF that's been going around. But just to go to your point of parasite cleansing, after I did my 21-day fast and I did my parasite cleanse, I was addicted to alcohol, weed, and the nicotine pins, all that stuff, a lot of toxic stuff. I was out in the nightlife dealing with a lot of energies, and it was fun at the time. But after I did my parasite cleanse, I've been sober since January 9th. So saying is true about there's beings and energies and entities in our bodies, because God says that when we fast and we pray, there's only certain demons that fasting and prayer can get rid of. So I'm a firm believer in parasite cleansing. I talk about it on my TikTok all the time. So that's basically what I'm known for. And then on Instagram, I talk a lot about like non-traditional healing practices and things of that sort. But am I able to touch on kind of what you guys were talking about before? Is that cool?
Touch on it. Yeah, come on.
Um,
Just know it be a little time sensitive, because I got more people want to come. But yeah, go ahead.
That's totally fine. I'm gonna make it quick and short, but I know I heard everybody talking about, what they're doing and all this stuff, but I really do believe that as people, we weren't supposed to be in this beehive society. And if we continue to work until we die and not, come together as a community, and I see my mom doing all of this work, it's like community and compound living. I'm always like preaching that, and basically like being with our kids, homeschooling our kids, creating and building gardens together. Until we kind of get into that space again, I feel like we're going to continue to see violence, because I feel like we live in a society where it's like self-made, or I made it by myself, or I got to grind to the top, or work until I die. And what we're seeing is a lot of people quitting their jobs, or like, really going into what's important. And so I always say it starts in the home. So I garden with my son, we go volunteer, we go do certain things. And so if we really, really, really want to see a change, like I know it sounds like cliche, but we really have to start with ourselves. So I feel like a lot of people give a lot of advice, but they're not doing the work in like reading and researching and, you know, finding ways to better parent their children, to break generational curses and things of that sort. So I'm just here to spread some more love and light. I've always been overly positive. But I do see a beautiful shift, even though there's a lot of bad things in the world. I do focus a lot on the positive, and there's a lot of beautiful things going on. So I'm so grateful to share the space with you tonight, and I'm very proud of you and what you're doing. So for sure.
I appreciate you, Queen. Thank you so much for tapping in with me.
Yeah. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Queen.
How do I end this?
I don't know. I just know some people just exit out and just come back in.
Okay, do I just push the okay. You know what? X.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, it's interesting that Queen just brought that up because, you know, like I was touching on now, right? Like I was touching on earlier. We go get our land, right? And let's say we go get our land and we grow 40 pounds of tomatoes. With those tomatoes can last us so long because now we can make ketchup, we can make tomato sauce, pizza, we can make so much with tomatoes. The thing is that we are in a position of not even knowing how to grow. And then when we grow, we don't even know how to preserve and actually let what we grow last us for a long period of time. And the reason why I brought that up is because when I be on YouTube, like, I'm gonna keep it games with y'all. I be on YouTube and Google learning I swear to you, I'm vegan, but literally yesterday I was on YouTube learning how to fillet a fish. If I go fishing and I catch a fish, how do you fillet a fish? I'm literally learning that, although I'm vegan, but at the same time, you never know what skills you may need. You never know what skills you may need to use to utilize it. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I may not need to use my skills to the fillet of fish, but yet the homies down the road or the neighbors down the road or the folks down the road may need my skills in exchange for some okra seeds or in exchange for some CBD oil. You know what I'm saying? So it's just understanding how to use our hands. When I go on YouTube and when I look up how to can food, how to preserve food, how to grow this, how to grow that, every single time, I guarantee you, the people do not look like me. Now, the only reason, don't get me wrong, listen, I'm all for learning, period. I don't care who it's from. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for different perspectives. I'm all for it. I don't care what color, whatever the case may be. But right now, I'm just pinpointing my community. Because my community, we don't know these things. So when I go on YouTube and I look up how to preserve, how to can, how to grow, person does not look like me. And although I'm excited to learn, although I be having my notes, my pen and pad, everything, I be writing everything down, sometimes I ain't even finna lie. Listen, majority of the time, I want to see a nigga like me. I want to see a nigga with some gold teeth, some locks, tattoos. Hey, listen, so when you plant the okra, you got to do it like this. And then when you get the squash seeds, you can't do the squash seeds together because boom. And then outside of the raised bed garden, you need to grow flowers because what the flowers going to do is going to attract bees. And I need some queens that, like, you know what I mean? So the only reason why I'm just making this point is because I am attempting to bring awareness to my community that's in this live right now and that's going to watch this, is that we need to learn how to literally be self-sufficient. You ain't got the land right now, okay, boo. But in the spiritual realm, in the unifield where everything exists, you have it. All you have to do is manifest. All you have to do is manifest it and prepare for it. I say this a lot. In order to receive You have to prepare for abundance in order to receive abundance. And you have to also understand that abundance is forever present. Abundance is not something that you have to manifest. Abundance is always present. You just have to believe that it's present in your reality, in your realm, in your world. Not only that, you have to do the work, and you have to also understand that you have to prepare for abundance in order to receive abundance. So although your 100 acres of land exists in the unifield, although your tribe exists and where all things are possible, you still have to prepare yourself. Go ahead and go on YouTube. Learn how to garden. How do you plant tomatoes? How do you plant a tree? How do you stunt a tree so it can grow and yield the most apples? How do you do this? How do you can food? How do you preserve food? How do you build a house? How do you build a shed? How do you start a fire? How do you filter water? What's the best perishable items to have just in case some shit was to hit tomorrow and you know what I'm saying, and I can't really cook? Should I go get a portable grill? So just in case I gotta go get some bark from outside, and I gotta go outside, or I gotta go on my balcony, or I gotta go on my porch, or I gotta go in my backyard and figure out how to use this grill and cook when all the power go out. Come on, y'all see the title? Are we truly ready for war? Let me ask somebody else in here real quick, then I'm gonna answer some questions, y'all. Let me see who else we got. We got let me see, QB Autumn. You raised your hand, come on in. QB Autumn. QB Autumn, you raised your hand. What's going on?
He actually chose me.
Aha. Yes, yes. You know, I always tell people, listen, a soldier sleeps with his boots on. If you already ready, you ain't gotta get ready. What's poppin', Queen? How you feeling?
Well, first thing, I want to say thank you because I go through a lot. I've been going through a lot like these last 6 months of my life. And scrolling through my page and stuff, I see you be chilling, you watering your plants and all of that. You know what I mean? You're reading different things that you don't really get to see Black men do because they don't really, it's not really out there like that.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know that I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay. I love your mind. So many things were talked about tonight, like the parasites and about the other beings, like that. My heart is beating so fast. The other beings and stuff like that. Have you ever heard of the Merkaba?
The Merkaba?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, so supposedly there's a Merkaba on there. All right, so how can I explain this? There's another way to open up those other realms. And at one point in time in history, those realms were opened on Earth via a synthetic Merkaba, and that allowed other beings to come through. And those beings then attach themselves onto the human beings. And that's actually like a completely different thing.
Yeah.
But it sounds very similar to the parasites and, the power that they actually do have over your mind.
Yeah, for sure. That's nothing but that parasites. We have to understand that everything in this realm vibrates. It has a frequency. It has a hertz.
That's another thing.
So parasites, they vibrate. They have a hertz. They have a frequency. They are energy. But it depends on what kind of energy that is. Energy it attracts entities. It is an entity. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a fact. Hey, spell that Merkaba. I'm gonna look that up. Spell it for me real quick.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Because I don't want to misspell it for you. And I don't know how to exit out of this thing while I'm on there with you. So give me a second.
Yeah. But yeah, all these parasites, worms and cravings, even emotions, all of these
everything.
These are entities. And another thing that I want to point out is that we also have to understand that in a way, in a perspective, esoterically.
Mm-hmm.
There are low vibrational entities. There are high vibrational entities.
Mm-hmm.
But you have
Mm-hmm.
to also understand that as you ascend, there are high vibrational negative entities.
Oh yes, and they're just going to get stronger the higher you
It's gonna
ascend.
get stronger and stronger.
The higher you ascend, oh, most definitely,
Get stronger and stronger.
for sure, for sure. I really think that you're going to enjoy what you do find when you do research through Merkaba, because it's so much about the Kundalini and the Maya, and there's just so much that that it touches base on. But let me see. Anyway, all right. So something. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about something specific, right? But I'm having this thought that's keep coming to my mind. I've been trying to get on another show to talk to somebody else about it, but I'm thinking maybe I've been put in this particular situation to discuss this with you. Okay,
For sure.
so remember I said I've been going through some shit for like the last 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so I got married,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear to God, all right, so I lived my life, like my fucking 20s. I traveled. I curse a lot, so y'all have to excuse me. I also smoke some weed. I partake of the herb. Okay. So sorry about that if it bothers you.
Good.
All right. So I got married to this guy. I didn't know, and this is a warning for everybody. I didn't know how quickly a person could change. So we had a conversation when we first got married about expectations. We had a conversation before we got married, and we had the conversation after we got married. So the conversation we had the day after we got married, I asked this man, pretty much who he was. And I've never had to ask anyone that, but the only reason I had to ask him is because he literally said to me out of his mouth, the person that you married is the person that I want to be, not the person that I am. And from that day on, he was a completely different fucking person. And when I say I've been through a lot of shit, I literally had to let go of I had to let go of 2 different jobs. I had to keep changing my number because I started getting harassed by people that had to do with him. They said they was messing with him. I was being abused in so many different ways that you would never expect to be abused by someone that's supposed to be your husband. You're supposed to be your protector. You see what I'm saying? I'm a natural nurturer. Naturally, that's what I do. Okay? I'm happy. I love positive everything. I'm a dealer. I deal cards, right? And I say this to my people all of the time because they'll get mad because who I deal for, people be losing thousands of dollars, and they'll get mad at the next person. They're like, why did you do this? You what you did made this happen. Da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden, everyone just starts losing, and I'm like, do you see the difference between when you keep positive energy flowing as opposed to when you do negative shit? All right, so back to my husband. So after I got tired of having weapons pulled on me, like guns and shit like that, I told him that the gun wasn't allowed in the house anymore because I just didn't feel comfortable. I had the locks changed. The landlord came out, changed the locks. He was breaking in all types of shit. So there was no way to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
So I just was like, or if you're gonna be here, the gun's not allowed in here. I was like, because I don't feel comfortable. I don't trust you. We're not together. You're just here. You getting on your feet because you act like you don't got nowhere else to go. You get on your feet. You know what I mean? As your wife, as your partner, I'm still your partner. I'm help you with this part. Okay? Respect me. Don't disrespect me. I don't disrespect you. Don't disrespect me. One day we got into an argument. He said he was leaving. And he said to my daughter, because we have a 2-year-old, I really waited to do everything. Like I waited till I got married to have a baby and everything. I did everything. Anyway, he was kissing her and he was like, yeah, daddy's leaving and I'm gonna miss you and this and that, and just started saying like all this lovey shit to her, right? And that shit was like, to me, like, why is he saying this shit? Because I said to him, I said, can I ask you a question? And he said, what the fuck you want? And I said, how can you say that to her? Tell her you love her and all of that, and then say the other things that you have said to her. And he said, what are you talking about? What did I ever say to her? And I literally repeated word for word what he said. You told me. No, I said, you told her, don't call me daddy, call the next nigga daddy. And I went down the list of the shit that he said to my fucking daughter. That's some disrespectful shit to say to any fucking, it's your fucking kid, bruh. Anyway, he got mad. And I didn't snap like I just did. I just asked that simple question. He got mad, stood up, walked to the kitchen, grabbed a kitchen knife, came to where I was on the chair, sitting next to my daughter who was asleep right next to me, pinned me to the chair, put a knife to my side. You belittle me. You do this, you do that. I said, wait. You're about to kill me for repeating to you the same exact fucking words that you said to me. How the fuck do you think I felt hearing you say that shit to my child? To and about me. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, I want to I don't want to fuck with nobody no more, because I've been through so much shit with men, and this is so, because I expect so much more, especially from a black man to a black woman. I expect so much fucking more. But I'm tired of being disappointed. So I'm trying to figure out, are there really still like different fucking type of men out there that don't do the dumb shit, that actually want to focus on real shit, that actually want to grow together with women, that actually want to, like, are they so far few in between that you stand out?
I first want to say my condolences. You know what I'm saying, to your experience.
Because I'm in mourning. I am mourning the fuck out of my marriage, bro.
Yeah. You know, I send nothing but peace and healing for you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you need to do. And it's okay to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to know that you need healing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So your question was, is there still men out there? Yeah, it is. 100%. You know, every live, I always emphasize that in order to heal anything, now, even when I'm speaking about dis-ease, in order to heal anything, you have to pay attention to your environment, the people, the places, and the things that is around you. And based off of that, you start to create your own reality. You start to create your own, the things that you want to manifest. So to answer your question, yeah, it is. Right now, and this is just my perspective, okay? Because I feel your energy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healed. I'm
trying, because I'm such
Listen,
a fucking happy person, yo.
It's okay.
And I be wanting to cry. I just be wanting to randomly fucking cry.
Well, cry.
I can't cry. Listen, I'm always working all the time.
Listen.
I'm always taking care of the kid. Everybody, like my mom, like, don't cry in front of the baby because she can read off your energy. And I'm like, oh my God, When do I cry? And then I'm in here by myself, and all I want to do is sing and try to make myself happy. I don't ever let myself cry. I tried once.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, that right there is the reason why you will not attract the man that you really want, the man that you deserve, not want,
Okay.
the man that you deserve.
I need to hear this.
Because you not crying,
Mm-hmm.
you're holding a lot in. You're holding a lot, and I can feel it. You know, and to keep it gangster with you, I felt it when you got on. I felt it. I see it. But it's okay. That's the beauty of this. It's okay. It is
Some
okay.
bullshit. It's
But
some bullshit.
when you feel like crying, cry. What you also, what I feel like you should also do, and this is, like I said, this is just
Okay, y'all. I see y'all. They telling me I'm giving my power away.
I was just about to say that, is that you need to do, of course, shadow work. You need to journal and go within. But another thing that I was going to say was that this is the thing, and I explained this before in my lives, right? We tend to experience another being, right?
Right.
And what happens is that they may do something that upset us,
Right.
that may get us mad, right?
Right. But it's another being.
And so what I've done was I broke down emotions. Emotions is energy in motion.
Right.
And based off the emotions that you put yourself in, your body literally secretes certain chemicals that react to the emotions that you give yourself.
Okay.
That you put yourself in.
Right.
Now, this is, your emotions is a decision and it's a choice. I'm going to explain why. What happens is when someone does something to you,
okay,
and you get mad, you get irritated, you get frustrated, your body then releases chemicals.
Right.
Your body converts itself in a fight and or flight position. What happens is when your body is in a fight or flight, your body releases chemicals. These chemicals, what happens is these chemicals slow down your heart rate. These chemicals it stops pumping blood to the vital organs that you need, so your blood can be thicker in your veins. So just in case you get cut or whatever, you won't just leak out. Your blood will be thick. It'll be firm. What happens is that when you stay in this position for a very long time, you become sick. So basically what I'm explaining is that when somebody does something to you and you put yourself and you put yourself in an emotion, your body releases chemicals and you literally create sickness. Now, I completely understand. Sometimes people got you fucked up. I get it. Listen, I'm not an extremist, okay? I am not an extremist. I promise you I'm not. So I know that sometimes people just got you fucked up and you need to actually make an example out of them. But it's a difference from knowing when, where, and how to make an example.
So this is my problem.
Because sometimes you don't need to touch them. The beings that protect you is going to touch them. You have to have that discernment. Now, and once you have that discernment, then when you have that discernment, then you can go off in your own space and you can do the shadow work. You can heal. Right. Because this thing that everybody like to call karma, oh baby.
Wait, karma already got him. So listen.
Hey, but listen, Queen.
Yo, got him.
Regardless, whether karma came to him or not, whether he became a millionaire or billionaire tomorrow or not, you still are in the position of taking care of yourself first.
Yes. Well,
that don't matter. Rather he got his karma, rather he became a billionaire, rather he whatever, it don't matter.
I gotta make sure I'm straight.
That has nothing to do with you.
Not
Because what
anymore.
you need to do is
Not
do the work
anymore.
for yourself.
Exactly. And that's what I've been doing ever since I left. Oh, that day, after that day, I left that fucking day. Okay, I went and I stayed at my sister's for 3 days, and then I put me and the baby in a shelter for 2 weeks. During that last week, I found this apartment that I'm in now. The job that I got, I make enough money where I was able to pay that shit like that. Move me and her right in here. So by like December 20th, I was in. December 31st, I had all my stuff in here, right? I hit him up January because he only helped me 2 times since I moved out in October with the baby, right? Only 2 times, right? And I asked him for help with daycare and Pampers. And he said to me, first off, he thought that I kept the security deposit. He messed up my apartment. He poured bleach and carpets, all types of shit. I never got no fucking security deposit. He texted me, tell my daughter I love her and I see her when she turned 18. You kept the security deposit, so fuck you. Yeah, this is Vincent 101.
Hey,
So
listen, Queen.
wait. So he said he wouldn't help me, right? The next month he got books. Because he wanted to be in the streets. And that's there. Where I am now, I got my own place.
Yeah.
I just got a car. Like, everything has been really turning around.
Sure.
I was really like hesitant at first because he was still out, and I'm like, yo, is this nigga going to try to kill me? I'm gonna wake up, somebody standing next to my bed with a you know.
I'm say this, and I'm gonna leave you with this, Queen, because I got some more people that want to join in. But I'm gonna say this: you can go to my website, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing you see on my website is it asks a question. It says, "Are you ready to give up the things that are making you sick?" I'm gonna say this 2 more times because we understand and understand the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. I'm gonna say this 2 more times, and then we're gonna get off, Queen, because I got more people.
All right, I need to
who want to join in.
listen.
Are you ready to give up the things that are making you sick? I'm gonna ask this 1 more time. We're gonna get off, and I want you tonight to sit and meditate on that question. Because I'm gonna keep it gangster with you the whole time. I listen. I know that you are healing. I know you going through things. I know. I get it. But this whole time you've been doing nothing but talking about the situation. You have to understand that it's power in our words. The more you talk about the situation, the more the situation continues to present itself.
Yeah.
The more it continues to present itself, the more shit that you're putting yourself through.
Okay. So
just because we understand and understand the power of the 3, 6, and the 9, I'm gonna ask this 1 more time, Queen, and we're gonna get off.
Okay.
Are you ready to give up the things that are making you sick?
Oh yeah.
Don't answer the question. Answer that for yourself, Queen. I appreciate you tapping in on me.
So much. You're awesome.
For sure. Love, Queen.
Keep watching you.
For sure.
All right. How it is. All right, I got it.
Powerful. Listen, for everybody that's on here, I just want y'all to understand that this community gathering is for things like this. Some people just need to talk. Some people just need to get things off of their chest. Some people don't even need a response. Some people need a response. But the community gathering is for that. My heart go out to Queen's situation. Because I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. Damn, I wish I should have kept you in for a minute because I wanted, and I hope you're still in here because I want to be real. It's a community gathering, and I'm all about my community on growing. It'll be uncivilized it would be uncivilized any other way. But I feel because you are you're needing that healing, you're needing that that compassion, you needing that shadow work, you needing that energy to move on. I see it, you know what I'm saying? But I see that because you are so hurt, you are stagnant on trying to move on. And like I said, the reason why I'm saying this is because the whole time we was on our live, and Queen, I really hope you're still in here. The whole time that we was on live, Queen, you just kept talking about the situation. And I already know, only time will tell. You know what I'm saying? Only time will, heal in due time. And please understand, and understand, Queen. I'm also not picking on you. I'm literally genuinely, assisting you and helping you heal. You know what I mean? Because I want that. I want you to get the things that you deserve, to get the people, places, and things that you deserve. Another thing that you have to understand and understand that you have to believe that you deserve that. You ask me, is there really men out there? Is there basically men in my path? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say like me, but just men that are basically doing similar things that I'm doing. Yes, it is. But you also have to understand that because you had to ask that question, you don't even believe that it's out there. So because you don't even believe that it's out there, there is a part of you that also believes that you don't deserve it. And you do. See, once you get in a position of actually controlling your words, you have to understand that it's time to use your words, to use the power to demand. I know I deserve better. I demand better. And I will receive better. There's better out there. I'm a goddess. I'm a goddess, and there's men out here that are ready to treat me like such. Like I say to myself, I'm a god. Period. And there are women, there are goddesses, there are queens out here that are ready to treat me like such. You have to believe it. Then you demand it. And once you demand it, the last thing you got to do is expect it. Ooh, shit. Yo, I ain't got no more water. I got to refill my water. We ain't got a sage. We ain't got a sage. The energy was heavy, but just because the energy is heavy don't mean we always have to sage. You know what I mean? When the energy is heavy, sometimes we got to sit in that energy. Because now just imagine, right? Just imagine if I would have saged right after. I probably wouldn't have the discernment or the energy, or I wouldn't have different the energies speaking through me, basically to speak on what I just said. So if I instantly would have just grabbed this and be like, oh no, we need to cleanse the space because of the hair. Sometimes we gotta sit in it. Sometimes we gotta sit in that energy and let it marinate and be like, you know what? We don't need to sage, because we also have to understand that, listen, a lot of individuals that's in this spiritual community, they think everything is just all love and light. I'm gonna keep it gang. Every time I speak to y'all, I say I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. Everything is not all love and light. Listen, and especially the times we in, y'all see the caption and say, "Are you ready for war?" That's chaos energy. Preparing for war is chaos energy. We can't ignore that. It's impossible. It's impossible to ignore chaos energy. So sometimes we have to sit in that chaos to not ignore it, but to tame it, to control it, to direct it. You have to understand the powers that you have of being able to manipulate energy. On my last live Monday, I spoke about a movie called Doctor Strange. Right? The new movie that the new version of Doctor Strange that just came out. If you watch that movie, it's a spoiler alert. So if you ain't watched the movie, if you don't want to know, log off real quick. It's just a smaller scene though. It's like literally like a 10-second scene. It's a scene in the movie. If you go watch the movie, you will peep what I'm saying. It's a scene in the movie where Doctor Strange, he was basically astral projecting in his dead body that was just basically from another realm, right? Whatever. What happened was that there was entities that was telling Doctor Strange that was all around like, yo, you're going against nature. And with you going against nature, you know what I'm saying? You are basically breaking nature laws. So those entities started taking control over him. Peeping what I'm saying. Those entities started taking control over him. The energy started taking control over him. But the lady who he was with was like, you have the control. You are in control. Once she said that, and he believed that he was able to manipulate those entities, to manipulate that energy, he started taking control of the energy and directed to the bigger cause, to the bigger purpose of what he was trying to accomplish. I say that to say that we have the power to pretty much direct and control energy. We have the power. There is nothing more powerful than you. You are everything and everything is you. I explained on my last live, when you close your eyes, what do you see? You see nothing. Why? Because nothing is everything and everything is nothing, which make you everything but yet nothing at the same time. Which make you connected to everything but yet attached to nothing. Because once you close your eyes, you see nothing, but yet you know that something is around. Because you know something is around, but yet all you see is nothing. That means you become everything. Being everything, you are able to manipulate. When I be feeling the energy, I just be going. I don't think y'all ain't got no water. I'm picking up the water. It ain't even got no water. It's just the I'm gonna answer some questions real quick, y'all. Hey, look, so I'm gonna answer about 2 more questions. I'm gonna ask somebody in for the last time, and then we're gonna log off, y'all. We're gonna log off. Let's see. Okay, boom. I like. Okay, so Isis, the terrorist. She said, "When did you start your lock journey, and what was the catalyst?" I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. I've been growing my hair. I used to get braids. Ponytails, flat iron my hair, all kind of braided stuff. You know what I mean? And you know what's wild? It's wild because I remember always saying that I would never get locks. I used to always say that. And the only reason why I said I would never get locks is because when you don't have locks, I was in a position, I was like, had the perspective of, oh, I can do so much with my hair. You know what I'm saying? I can flat iron it, ponytails, braids. I can do this, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But once I started studying what our hair really is and what it does, and when it's manipulated in a certain way, ooh-wee, we have to understand that our hair is the extension of our nervous system. It's the extension of our nervous system that connects to the ethers. When I say I've been, since I locked my hair, since I coiled my hair, if you look at any electrical conductivity anywhere, every what is that? What is that? It's a metal. Every metal, every copper that is connected to any electrical current, it is twisted. It is coiled. Why? Because it builds more energy that way. Instead of going straight, it's brazy. But instead of going straight, when it's coiled, it's more electrical conductivity. It's more information that can be transferred from one side to the next. So once I started understanding, overstanding, and understanding that our hair is our literal antennas that literally picks up energy, that literally transfers communication. When you're in the sun, for over 45 minutes and your hair is like this, the sun has transmitted over 1/1000th of an information inside of your equilibrium, spiritually, telepathically, frequency, vibration. When you're in the sun and you're sitting in the sun, it activates and it stimulates your neuromelanin. You have to understand that when your neuromelanin is being stimulated, that sends electrical currents and electrical communications to your pituitary gland, and most importantly, your first eye, your pineal gland. And what a lot of us don't understand that in our pineal gland, there are crystals around our pineal gland. And when those neuromelanins inside of our body is stimulated and it sends information up to those crystals start to vibrate. And when those crystals start to vibrate, it starts to hit against the pineal gland, and your pineal gland becomes stimulated. Like I told the young guy on Monday night, crystals is bull. This right here is bull and all, but you must understand that you are made of crystals. You are the crystal. If you go outside and you sit in the sun and you really pay attention to your skin, you glow every single color. Although, as you see me now, when I get in the sun, I glow red. But what I mean is, if you really take a good look at your skin in the sun and you see red, you see green, you see blue, you see purple, you see all kind of orange, you see colors, you are a crystal. You are a whole crystal, the most expensive crystal. The most expensive crystal in this realm. Melanin, going for over $400 an ounce. I mean, not an ounce, but a gram. More than gold. Where the hell you think they're getting this melanin from? We ain't gonna talk about too much of that. It's a lot of stuff coming up missing. I gotta speak in codes, y'all. So, hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. When things come up missing, and then you got melanin coming out of nothing, man, look, you are a crystal. You are everything, and everything is you. I'm gonna answer one more question. We're gonna add somebody in, and then we're gonna dive off this guy. Let's see real quick. Let me delete that real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure I answer that. Bada boom, bada boom. So somebody asks, do you ever interrupt your dreams? This is M. Herrick. She asks, do you ever interrupt your dreams? Ooh, hey, this is why y'all got to go watch Doctor Strange. Y'all, listen, y'all have to watch that new movie, Doctor Strange. And when y'all watch it, don't just watch it. Watch it. I'm going to say this again. When y'all go watch that new Doctor Strange, do not just watch it. Watch it. Dreams. Do you ever interrupt your dream? You have to understand that when you dream, you are done. You have done nothing, but your spirit and soul have done nothing but just left your body. Your body is resting, but your soul and spirit, of course, is still awake. What you have to understand is that when you dream, you are in another realm. You are in another dimension. Now, of course, it's multiple parables and it's multiple perspective and perceptions when you dream. My perspective and perception, I believe I have two, right? When you dream, well, I have a couple, but I'm not gonna go in depth with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give us about 6 more minutes, y'all. 6 more minutes. But when you dream, one of the possibilities could be you experiencing another you in another realm. So I'm asleep, my soul and spirit leaves the body and start traveling. And I get to another dimension. And now I'm watching myself get in the car, you know what I'm saying? Go do some laundry, go do this, go eat this, go do that. And then I wake up in this realm. I'm doing nothing but watching myself in another realm. I'm experiencing myself in another realm from a third's eye, from a third person perspective. That's one possibility. Another possibility when it comes to dreams is you actually astro projecting in the astral realm, experiencing your dream through spirit and soul. You understand what I'm saying? So, I can go in depth with about dreams, and I can go, I can talk more about it. But do I ever interrupt my dreams? I'm not even gonna say I interrupt them, because I feel like everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna say I interrupt them. I can say that, there has been times where I wake up in the middle of a dream and be like, damn, why did I wake up? But every single time though, I've had time to digest and dissect the dream and what message, because a lot of dreams as well are messages. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that their dreams are actually prophetic dreams. There are people out here that actually dream, and then 2-3 days later, what they just dreamed of happened. That's a prophetic dream. And then because we've been so conditioned to deny our own powers, we then set in and be like, man, I'm tripping. 2-3 days later, when what you just dreamed about happened, I'm tripping. And it's crazy because I just had this conversation, a beautiful, beautiful perspective. I just had this conversation today. You know what I'm saying? We get in this pattern of denying our own power, and we're like, man, I'm good. Okay, yeah, we good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's, but yeah, it's, dreams are powerful. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say. Dreams are powerful. Pay attention to your dreams. One thing I do is that I have a journal that I write down all my dreams. I write down the date. I write down, the possible time of when it happened, and then I write my dream out. I always write my dreams out. The reason being is because that also helped with getting more clarity and having more vivid dreams. You know what I'm saying? When you start writing down your dreams and you start getting more in touch and in tune with your dreams, you start having more vivid dreams, and you'll be able to remember more about your dream. And then, who's to say you will develop the actual power to actually be in the in-between of, not in the in-between, but being aware in your dream and being able to control your dream. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So look, I'm gonna add one more person on here, y'all, and then we're gonna dive off here. Let me see. Boom. Let's see. Kai _ is the limit. I'm gonna add you on here. Kai _ is the limit. You raised your hand. Come on in. Where's Pat? Can you go into someone else's dream? Hell yeah, you can.
Hello.
Hey, what's poppin'?
Hey. Okay, I wasn't expecting you to pick me, and I'm not prepared. I'm over here reading a book.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing beautiful. I'm fulfilled. I'm at peace. How are you feeling?
That's beautiful. I love that. I'm good. Also at peace.
I
Also at
love it.
peace.
I love it.
Originally when I requested this, it was when that woman was on earlier. And I was just gonna say, like, I know a lot of people were like, you know, this is heavy, this is too heavy, whatever. Which is understandable. It was kind of heavy, and you know, in that case, you could always just get off the live or whatever. But also, when you go through traumatic experiences, you need a place to kind of like let that out. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I love that you're holding space for people and allowing people to do that, because a lot of people don't have that space, you know, to let it out. You know, it's pent up energy, and you got to do something with it. You can't really sage it away. You can't just wish it away. You can't just, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to do something with it. And so people deal with those things differently. And I'm glad that you allowed her to do that. Um, I think, you know, prayers to her, good vibes to her. I hope she's still watching. Because I wanted to tell her that, you know, I felt it. You know, I feel like a lot of us have been through bad situations. And I was also going to add, like, I recently discovered like that you don't always have to even, she was saying she hopes that she was wondering if there's like people out there for her or whatever. And you don't even always have to necessarily believe that, but sometimes you can ask for help or guidance. Like I recently discovered that, because I've even with like manifestation, you it's almost like that's the energy of go get it, go get it, go get it, instead of the energy of just like trusting and asking for help is something that a lot of people, we don't know how to do that enough. Even when it comes to spirituality, like I used to not pray because I'm like, I don't even know what I'm praying to. Like I went on my spiritual journey. I don't know what's real. I don't know what I believe in for real. So I just was going on like the strength of who I am and building that up. But then I got to a point where I was like, I kept getting this message to pray and to ask. So I did it, and it works. Like I just be asking for stuff and it just happens. Or I ask for an answer. I ask for a, you know, you don't have to believe that somebody's out there for you. You can ask for the example. You know what I mean? And the example will come to you.
Yeah.
And sometimes the example comes to you too many times and you're like, all right, spirit, we got
Yeah.
it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to kind of learn how to uh like let go of trying to do everything yourself. That's a big thing that I've learned recently. And, you know, if she's still watching, I hope she is. But I just hope she knows, like, it's go through the process, like, of healing, whatever that is for you. If you got to cry, cry. If you got to lash out, lash out. If you got to, like, it's healing is not pretty all the time. And I don't, I think a lot of people think it is, or make it seem like it is, or, you know, because when you get to the other end of it, it is beautiful. And so people show you the end result, like, oh, look at me, I'm healed. Like, oh, this is cute. Look at me, I'm. But it's like to get there, you got to go through the darkness.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so you have to just let yourself go through that. And so I hope that she finds a way to go through that in a way that is helpful for her. I mean, she will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want her to feel bad for feeling bad. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. You went through traumatic experience, now you're traumatized. You have that inside of you. So it's a process, but trust the process. And yeah, we're sending good vibes your way. I just wanted to say that to her. Yeah, but also just thank you for holding this space for people. I know that's like it means a lot, you know. People need that. And you know, she might not have had anybody else to talk to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to talk it out.
Yeah. That's it. That's why
Yeah.
when I add people, you know, I just let them talk because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
people need to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? People need to do that. You know, I had expressed a couple weeks ago that a couple lives ago, man, I got a song that speaks about that. You know what I'm saying? It go like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of sad. I miss my nigga, dog. I wish I had somebody to talk to about these feelings, dog. But even though you try to talk, they ain't gonna listen, dog. I hold it in. When I blow up, they like I'm tripping, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I speak about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I speak about, man, talk that shit out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You got to talk it out. So, um, Yeah, I was gonna say something else and I can't remember what it was. Um, oh, you were talking, it was the same, it was basically on the same topic, but you were talking about dreams just now. And like, I don't, well, I guess I do dream, but like, I don't typically remember them, my dreams. Uh, and so like recently, like I said, like I just asked for stuff. So like I went to sleep one time and I was like, I just asked to dream. I was like, just please like send me a, a message or whatever, right? So I go to sleep and then I dreamt, it was actually a few nights in a row, but each time I dreamt, it was like something very relevant to the next day.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, wow, I'm dreaming all of a sudden. Like, what? All I had to do was ask, like this whole time. all I just used to tell myself, oh, I don't dream, I don't dream, I don't dream. And then I asked
For sure.
and I started dreaming. So I don't know. I feel like we complicate things a lot. Like,
Yeah.
like I'll be looking up how to astral project. You know what I mean? And it's like, just ask. You know, like you don't really, you don't have to know.
Or you know, in most cases, all you got to do is just do it. You know, like
That too.
a lot of people get in the stigma of, oh, I'm trying, and it's like, just do it. Stop trying
Yeah.
to do and just do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting energy though, because it's easy, right? Like that's so simple. It's actually not easy. It's simple when you say it like that. Like, oh yeah, just do it. Like,
Yeah.
but you have to get in the energy of that. If you're not
Yeah.
used to,
Yeah.
yeah. I know you know what I'm talking about. But like, because I'm that way. Like I'm like I should just do it, and it's just like, why is that not working?
Yeah.
But then it's just like an exercise, like anything else. Like once you do it once, it gets easier the second time or whatever. But yeah, that's the energy of kind of like go with the flow. I got one more thing I want to say. I got a Reiki massage one time from someone, and when he was done, he was like, "You need to let go," and I was like, immediately my defenses were like, "What? What do you mean I need to? You don't know me, like." I can't let things go. I got this and that going on. You don't know, like, just automatically defensive. But something in the back of my mind was like, I feel like he's right. And for years after that, I just always remembered that. And I've been in this constant process of letting go or learning how to let go. And it's like the most powerful skill I've learned. Like, not maybe not the most, but one of the most powerful things I've learned how to do, because what like what spirit is this energy that is in control, whether you recognize that or not. So you trying to control things is kind of interfering with you can control certain things, like, you know what I mean? But like at a certain point, you have to let go and let the process happen. Like that's an essential step to manifestation too. Like things don't come through for me until I kind of give up, until I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna move on to something else. You know what I mean? Like if I try too hard to do like, oh, I need this thing, it doesn't come through until I'm like, all right, let me just, lay back. Let me just let it happen, or let me not even focus on it anymore. That's when it comes through. And it makes life so much easier, understanding that you don't have to be the person. You don't have to be I don't know what the word is, but you don't have to be the one that performs or like produces all the time. Like you can let go sometimes. And I think like the world right now is in such a masculine state, and it's losing the balance of the other end of it, which is like let go, receive. Like that's why it's difficult for us, because we're not used to it. You know what I mean? We're so used to being like, all right, I got to make money, I got to go work. Like to do this, I got to go do this. Like it's that energy of like doing that we're so used to. Even with manifestation, it's like I got to journal every day, I got to meditate, I got to do this, I got to do that. And it's like, yeah, but at some point you have to like learn how to let go. And that's such a, it's like, I feel like I sound like that guy now, like saying it, because when he said it, I didn't understand it. Like, what does let go mean? Like, what are the steps? Like, but there are no steps. You just have to, do it. So, yeah, that's one thing I also wanted to touch on, just because that's a lesson that I've learned recently, and it's a really powerful thing.
Yeah. Letting go. And just doing.
Letting go. And just doing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you for tapping in, Quinn.
Thank you for letting me in here.
Of course.
It's a pleasure watching you. Hi, everybody.
Love, Quinn. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to leave and come back, or you're probably ending it at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to wait about 2 minutes. I got you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you know, we got to leave with good prayer, man.
Got you. I'll be back.
Yeah, man, we gotta make sure everybody get in on this prayer. Tone was sleeping. Nah, I ain't sleeping. Nah, it's 11:40. You know, I ain't sleepy. Shit, we good, man. Listen, I'm gonna keep it gangster with y'all, bro. If it was up to me, boy, we'd be on this motherfucker till about 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? But I know. See, one thing about my lives is that it'd be a lot of information dropping. You know what I'm saying? There'd be a lot of information dropping, and one thing I do know is that, just like when you go to the gym, you need you need time for your body to heal. When you take in a lot of information, you know what I'm saying? You need time for your body to digest. You need time for your mind, your equilibrium, your spirit and soul to digest. So I don't want to just be hitting y'all, you know what I'm saying, with nothing but, information. You know what I mean? And I know some of y'all taking notes and all kind of stuff. So, look, we're gonna have these community gatherings every week, man. So y'all don't trip out on me. Don't trip out on me. Yeah, all lives will be saved, by the way. All lives will be saved, man. So look, we about to get up out of here, man. I'm gonna end with a quick, you know what I'm saying? Just real quick. I give honor and thanks for the powers that be, that were present, that was amongst us, that has also given me the ability to, or at least using my vehicle to speak through and to speak to certain beings that needed certain messages. Also give honor and thanks to the powers that be that has given me the opportunity and the abundance and the ability to learn the knowledge that I learned, and to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. Also send that same energy out to the beings that was on this live and that's going to watch this live. Also send that same energy for you all to be able to gain the information, to gain the knowledge, and to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach yourself, but the people, places, and things around you. I give honor and thanks and speak life and power into the powers that be. Ashe, Asheo, amen, and everything else. Everything and all y'all, whatever, whatever we subscribe to, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I was on the place, that's how I be diving in on my music and stuff, man. I be on the PlayStation, you know what I'm saying? Listen to my music. I be on YouTube searching things up, you know what I'm saying? But look, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Y'all rest well. Rest well. I pray y'all rest well, man. Get enough sleep, get enough rest. Pay attention to your dreams, because there's a lot going on right now, y'all. All right, it's a lot going on in the spiritual realm. And, the ancestors and spirits is trying to communicate to us. So pay attention to your dreams and rest well. Peace.